Hello, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday with 3W. Wellness Wednesday is sponsored by 3W Medical for Women, a nonprofit medical clinic offering free of charge or low-cost reproductive health services to women in the Seattle area, regardless of income or insurance status. 3W does not profit off of the reproductive health choices women make. The information shared in this podcast is the opinion of the speaker or speakers. Medical information is not intended as individual medical consultation, but for general education only. Always consult your own health professional for personalized advice regarding medical decisions. And if you're in the Seattle area, consider making an appointment to consult with us. I'm Helen, CEO and co-founder of 3W Medical for Women and the host of today's podcast. Hi there, Wellness Wednesday listeners. We're back in the studio. I think I say that every single time I'm back in the studio. But you know what? I am back in the studio. I'm here with these two lovely ladies, Miss Shannon and Miss Haley. But this is one of my favorite podcasts to do because it's our end of year podcast where I get to sit down with some of my lovely staff and we get to talk about ourselves, which, I love to talk about myself. But talking about these two ladies specifically, I've been new to our team this year specifically, and I just love to sit down with our staff and say, what has been this year like for you joining our team, joining our organization? Because 3W is, not a one-trick pony. So there's a lot for me to cover today with them, but I hope you enjoy this one because it's always super fun to just reflect on the year and how it's going and what we're looking forward for next year. I apologize for the heads up that I sound a little nasally. I'm just getting over whatever bacteria that my son brings home from preschool. So that was my weekend. But I'm going to have these two ladies introduce themselves. Shannon, can you introduce yourself? Who are you? When did you join us?
Sure.
And what do you do here?
Okay. So my name's Shannon Leach. Yes. I am a nurse practitioner. Yay! So I am one of the clinicians here at 3W. Started in July. I'm a mom of 5 children. So I commute down here, but it's absolutely worth it because I feel like I'm doing exactly what I'm meant to be doing right now. So.
Yes. Awesome. Yes, guys. She literally drives her giant van down here. And I think you guys should all just come out and just watch Shannon navigate this in our Seattle parking lot because it is quite something to watch. And Miss Haley, when did you join us? How has it been?
Yeah, no, it's been great. I'm Haley. I'm a medical assistant and an advancement assistant. I joined kind of multiple times in different ways. I started interning here in April of this year, and then I graduated from SPU in June, and then I came on full time in October. So I'm a baby employee. Yeah, but I'm originally from Los Angeles, but now I live in Seattle.
Okay, getting back to Shannon, what are some of your memorable moments since July?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's been quite a few. Like I've mentioned before, 3W is never boring. But what has it been the commute has been surprising for you that it's been okay? Or
yeah, there's a lot of things. I hadn't even been like interviewed or anything like that. But I just remember sitting there being like, oh my gosh, like I want to work here so badly because it just
you're so sweet.
Embodied like everything that I could look for in a clinic. So that was one big one. And then, of course, just starting, I think I was super nervous because my last job had been in school nursing that I did after our twins were born. So when my twins were born, 4 and 5 are twins, our oldest was not quite 5 yet. So when they were born, we had 5 under 5. And I was supposed to have 6 months of leave, but then my job wanted me to come back at 3, but then COVID hit and I was in a clinic that was like predominantly elective surgeries. And so they're like, oh, you can stay out the 6 months, but then my schedule is going to be rotating. And so I was like, you know what? I just need to take some time off. So my last job was in school nursing. And before that, it was this like pre-anesthesia, pre-surgery. So coming into women's health, I was like, I haven't done this in a long time, but I also knew it was where my heart was. So I just was really excited to get started. So starting was big. And then just like the implementation of the sports physicals or pre-participation exams. And then personally, I did the FEM medical management training, but that has been very memorable of just doing those trainings and seeing it's exactly like the type of care I want to provide for our patients, and knowing that it's in the future for us is really exciting. So
Yeah. Awesome. You came in at a moment where it probably feels like coming in on someone's conversation that they've been having for a long time. And I'm just so grateful for you for coming onto our team this year, because you really were pivotal in helping us launch things that have been on my to-do list for a long time. And, just life just gets in the way where you go, okay, that's my 5-year plan. And then it gets pushed back 5 years. And Shannon was one of those pivotal clinicians, providers that came on and was like, okay, I have the skills, I have the passion to actually put it to practice. So thank you so much for joining us in a time where, it's never a good moment to kind of insert yourself into something that's been going on, but it just worked out beautifully, and that you're willing to even come down from that commute, which is a huge thing. So,
well, thank you. I just feel very grateful. And the commute actually hasn't been as bad as I thought it would be. Yeah.
Oh, how about you, Haley? What are your memorable moments this year so far?
I think when I was still interning, I got to help plan and put on cheers, and I think that was really cool to meet donors and to see what it takes to put on an event like that. I feel like I've attended events, but that was really cool to put one on. Yeah, and I think meeting donors and kind of getting more of the advancement side of things. And then now that I'm full-time and doing MA stuff, it's been really fun to get my foot in both sides of the clinic and advancement. And I just did my phlebotomy training, 2 weeks ago, last week? Yeah. And that was really, honestly, something I never thought I would do. I was really scared, and then I did it, and now it's like a really cool skill that I have. So I'm really grateful that I get to do that. And I think it's so unique that 3W lets me do MA stuff and advancement stuff, which I'm both really passionate about. Yeah, it's really fun to be new when there's so many new things coming. Like, it's so invigorating and exciting, and it makes me excited and inspired. And
yeah, you are in a really unique situation where you have one foot in each department.
Yeah.
And I think that has been to our advantage to have you in both departments, because there's never should be a disconnect from the fundraising part, the marketing part, and the direct patient care. And Haley has been able to kind of come back from her time of being in front desk or helping out with MA duties and come back and say, actually, that's how this patient found us, or that's how we should be talking about this, because it's consistent throughout the whole organization. And that's so important as we grow, to have someone like you kind of hold that line and be like, I don't know how that's going to roll out.
The patient or
roll out with patient care, because we never want to be, lack of the better word, like sinking our money into marketing ideas or ways of reaching out to patients that don't make sense. So that has been really cool to have you kind of occupy two spaces.
It's cool.
Which is really unique. So don't leave. I guess the memorable moments for me this year has been just growth. I am such a what's next kind of girl, which can be a bad thing and a good thing. But memorable moments have just been the amount of medical professionals that have come. We've always been looking for a plethora of medical providers to join our team. But this year specifically has been so rewarding, because I think we're reaping the benefits of the 2 years that we've put in 2023 and 2024. And, we've been able to have folks like Shannon and Jen Miller and Adiola and Heather come on and just build out this really strong medical team. And the coolest part, guys, is being in a room with all these medical providers and not one of them have an ego. That is one of the most profound moments that I had this year whenever we have our staff meetings, is being in a room with medical professionals that are just willing to put their egos aside to serve the other. That is a very rare thing to see in the medical world. Shannon, can you think of an accomplishment that you're proud of? I mean, you mentioned a few, but can you give me a little bit more details about an accomplishment that you, even if it's no one else saw it or something like that?
For myself or for the clinic, do you mean?
How about both?
Okay. One is I was really surprised to see the email go out this week where a patient had said her review, and it was my name specifically. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah. And someone from another state, Megan Droppa, actually text messaged me, and she's like, look at this. Yeah, I was like, I am not a doctor, but it was me she was talking about. And that just really hit home for me, because I've never worked in an organization where like patients actually do reviews like that.
Yes.
So it just was a good reminder of I'm doing what I'm meant to be doing and working with these women and serving these women. So yeah, that felt really special. And then I have two, I guess, for the clinic. One would be passing our AAAHC accreditation survey, which is huge.
Huge.
And then just winning again the best women's clinic in the Pacific Northwest for the third year in a row, which I just think is so impressive. And it just makes me feel really proud and fortunate and lucky to be a part of this clinic and to serve this community.
I probably should have given you a heads up that I was going to write about you this last Friday.
Oh, that's okay. It's okay.
But it was such a great review.
Yeah,
it was
it
such
was.
a great
So
review.
sweet.
And I'm so glad people actually read my emails. Because you never know, folks. I'm always like, who reads it? I'm just writing it for myself.
Apparently I do and Megan drop us. So.
Yeah, there you go. I'm
There
going to
you
keep
go.
writing for you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are great milestones that we hit this year. And side note, we will probably participate in, trying to get the best women's clinic.
Yeah.
And I just want to make a quick sidebar that we do not rig this thing. Okay. I promise you, next year I was like, guys, maybe next year we only shoot for silver or something. Because people are going to start thinking, Helen has some way of rigging this. I
Control the
promise you we
narrative.
don't. We do not pay Seattle Times to give us the gold star, okay? Or how about you, Haley? What are some accomplishments that you've been proud of this year?
Oh, I think the phlebotomy training that's really
true.
personal to me, but
Yeah.
really something I never thought I would do and did kind of scare me, and then I did it. And so I'm proud of myself for that and grateful for the opportunity. And I also really enjoyed writing. I wrote an article for a club that I was a part of at SPU, but it also got sent out in our e-blast as well. I love to write. So that was just so special to get to do something that I really like about my job that I love for a club that I used to be a really big part of. Anyway, that just felt very this is lining up with all my things. And that made me really happy. And just a good sense of, this is my calling. This is what I'm supposed to do. And then the clinic, I think coming in with it winning again, I'm just repeating everything we just said. But I mean, those accomplishments are huge. And passing the accreditation again is huge.
The AAAHC accreditation is every 3 years. And the prep
Oh my gosh.
to go into it
Yeah.
every single
can only
time
imagine.
is insane.
Yeah.
So shout out to Amber, our former clinic director,
Yeah.
and Lauren, our executive assistant, for pulling it off, guys.
Yeah.
There was a lot of snacking leading up to it, a lot of stress eating.
Yeah.
Thank goodness I hire people smarter than me, because we would have not pulled it off with me. But yeah, Haley, that accomplishment of finishing your phlebotomy is huge, because I'm never going to do it.
It's kind of terrifying to have. Well, it's terrifying to poke someone that when you don't know what you're doing, but it's scary to have it done to you. And that's obviously how those classes work, right?
Yes.
And so that was good. It gives you a lot of empathy for the patient. And it was good for me. It was really good for me. So yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. And the article that you wrote, what is it called again?
It was five things every woman should know about reproductive health.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was
It's a mouthful of a title.
No, it gets to the point of what you're going to read about. But it was so well received by our donors and supporters, because they're always wanting to know, okay, how is their treasure being connected to just everyday people? And not that you're just not this special, unique person that we love dearly, but you're also a patient for us at one point.
Yeah.
And that's so full circle for us to kind of see you come in with some knowledge about your reproductive health, maybe some knowledge about but now just seeing you at the end or kind of getting knee deep in reproductive health and saying, oh my gosh, there's so much more I can learn. And I want to tell everyone in my life about it, right?
Oh, yes.
Don't you want to do that?
Yes. And the joke in my house with my housemates and all my friends is you can't get through a conversation with me without talking about something women's health related. So, yeah.
I love it.
It's all connected.
It is.
Yeah.
It's so
It really is. And it's such the lack of education
I know.
is just rampant, and it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
So,
I got a lot of really great feedback from donors after your article that went out. Even one supporter down in Portland, Oregon, who reads our stuff. Okay, there's a third person. She's like, I'm printing this out and giving it to my daughter.
Wow, what? That's amazing.
Yeah,
because she was so happy.
Yeah, because this is brilliant. Why are we not talking about this more? So just things like that actually is a ripple effect, regardless if we know it or not. And so getting back to you, Shannon, what is a part of 3W's mission that you would love for others to know about as they get to know us more, as they see you, as they walk through our door? What's one thing you want to leave with folks that are like, why should I give 3W a shot?
Yeah. So I think for me, it's just the fact that we lead with evidence-based care.
Mhm.
It's like our mission to inform women about all of their options and to give them that information so that they can make the best decision for themselves. And
Yeah.
regardless of if they have insurance or not, that we're providing this amazing care. You get an hour-long visit with them,
Mhm.
which as a clinician is such a gift
Yeah.
because I started out in primary care where it was like 30 minutes max if you were
Yeah.
doing an annual exam. Like otherwise it was like 10 or 15 minutes if
Yep.
it's something acute. And so to be able to build that relationship with patients is so important and valuable, and really just to educate and empower women. And I think same with Haley of I wasn't taught a lot about my body or the menstrual cycle. And I really just learned about like fertility awareness-based methods and cycle tracking a year and a half ago and I'm now 40, but I was almost 40. And I was like, how on earth did I go through nurse practitioner school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went through sex education and this is
Yeah.
brand new to me and to so many people. And I feel like so many times when you educate women about their cycles, or especially the ones that are struggling with period problems, whether it's super painful periods, they're having, periods every 2 or 3 weeks, they are just like, why did nobody ever teach me this?
Right.
Or they're put on birth control as the solution to their problems.
Right.
And then down the road, they're struggling with infertility because the actual problem was never solved.
Right.
It just, the symptoms were resolved a little bit.
Mhm.
So I just like Haley, I feel like it is my like calling and duty. But now I like within my role as a clinician, I have the ability to educate women because most importantly, I just want them to feel empowered and know what's normal, what's not, so that then if things do go awry, they feel confident to go advocate for themselves, whether it's here coming back and seeing us or somewhere else where they go. So I just love that this clinic is all about letting women make decisions for themselves, but it's our job to give them all the information they need to make that decision and have it be informed consent and all the things. So
isn't it so wrong that we have not been poured into younger?
yes.
It's so
horrible.
It's such a
Yeah.
sham.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like shortchanged.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not like this information is like, some of it is new, some of it's been packaged newly to be more accessible. And like, I'm the kind of girl that's okay, I need you to dumb it down to a fifth grade level for Helen, right?
Yeah.
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 Because even being in this medical world for the last 10, 15 years, I'm still like, what? What's that big word? I can't even pronounce it, right?
Yeah.
So, but the methods and the tried and true science behind it has been here forever.
Right.
We just haven't had access to it in the way that's been taught to us now.
Yeah.
Like a clinician like you, and you've now been taught something to digest it, translate it through your brilliant brain, and come out of it and going, no, it's not that hard.
Yes.
It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Your body's trying to tell you something all the time,
Right.
and let me help you
Right.
translate it for you. You're a translator
Yes.
on each one of our unique bodies. And that is such a gift that I think every single woman in our community should be like, heck yes.
Yeah.
Sign me up for FEM.
Right.
Get me an
Yeah.
appointment with Shannon.
Yes.
Get me an
Yeah.
appointment with, the numerous clinicians that we have on
Yeah.
staff, because I want to talk about this till the cows come home. Like,
Right. Yes.
And
Yeah.
I like I was telling Lauren, I'm a walking statistics because we all know.
It
I know
takes
like
Enja,
12 or
8
14 years.
more.
I'm at year 12,
Yeah.
right?
Wow.
And
Yeah.
it's the
Yeah.
first time
Yeah.
someone is saying, Helen, this is what you have. I'm officially diagnosing you. And
Yeah.
it's so wonderful to know that I don't have unexplained infertility.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's such
Yeah.
a cop-out answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Such
Such
a
a
cop-out
non-answer.
answer.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
has to be some underlining issues, right?
Yeah.
It could be a combination of things.
Right.
But at least tell me what the heck is going on.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. And
Yeah.
it's so frustrating walking around for the last decade going,
Right.
I have unexplained
Right.
infertility.
Yeah.
I
Right.
don't know why.
Right.
Right. So it is my personal mission to never have a patient come through our doors, walking out and saying you have unexplained infertility. Because again, that is cop-out medicine. That is
Right.
not, that's
Right.
not real. That's not real care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
And I personally can relate to that because I had my own infertility journey.
Yeah.
And I didn't have unexplained, but it was this hypothalamic amenorrhea. And it was really like IVF was your only path. And it wasn't until I got into this, learned about FEM and all these things that all of a sudden I was like, actually, I'm pretty sure I could probably get my period back if I do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And that was never something that for the last 20 years, it was just like, oh, this is just the way it is. And you're going to be on hormones. And so again, going back to like teaching every woman, but not just women that are sexually active, but like young girls. And that's where I'm super excited about the sports physicals too.
Yeah.
And just that we have the FEM teaching, because I'm like, when my daughters start their periods, you better believe I'm going to teach them cycle tracking, and they are going to know exactly when they ovulate and know what's normal. And I just think I literally think every girl deserves to learn how to do that so that then again, they know what's normal and it's not a 12-year diagnosis for endometriosis. Or, I mean, there's so many patients I see that are like, I have such heavy periods, and they tell me like how many tampons they go through in a day, and I'm like, that is so excessively heavy and that is not normal. And yet they've had a family member who was the same way, and so it's just normal. Or like people do just have PMS symptoms and you have to miss school, and I'm like, but no, it's actually like you might have some mild PMS symptoms, sure. But if you're missing school or work, like that is not normal. And so these are the things, again, that I just am like so glad that we have the tools and the education and the support to provide this kind of education to the patients that come through our doors. So
it's such a great honor to have that like education and that knowledge, and then being able to pass it on to someone else. Right.
Yeah.
So Haley, what about you?
I think piggybacking right off of that story, like I've had the experience of being a patient where I was on a acne medication given to me just by a dermatologist, obviously, and was not told that I was going to mess with my period. And so I was like, what is going on? I like don't have a period at all. And my mom is in women's health, and so I feel like I know a little bit more than the average woman. Yeah. So I was like, this is not normal. This is not great. I don't like this. And but I like had different checkups with that dermatologist, and she was so like passive. She was just kind of, oh, that's not a normal side effect. If you Google spironolactone, that's the #1 side effect. Like I was just like, what? Anyway, just wasn't feeling supported. And I was also like, just turned 20. Like, I don't know. It's hard to advocate for yourself in medical settings where I feel like 3W, I didn't even feel that way. I came in and I think I was with Heather, and anyway, she immediately, I just didn't feel like I had to like defend myself or like, oh, I like kind of want my period back, that she didn't make me feel crazy for saying that. And then she gave me information immediately. She was like, oh, that's a very like common side effect. You can easily go off of it. I was supposed to be getting my potassium levels checked, wasn't doing it. Was just crazy how horrible that dermatologist just kind of fumbled with me. So all that to say, in terms of 3W, I think I just felt so supported from the get-go. Really that evidence-based, holistic, like really heard me out, talked to me about, okay, if you want to stay on it, this is what that would look like. If you want to go off of it, this is what it would look like. Didn't shove anything down my throat, really let me make the decision. And then I went off of it and was happy as a clam. So my period came back, and now all things are good. And now I know how to cycle track and all the things. So that was just, to have the dermatologist experience and then to have the 3W experience. I was like, why is this not the norm? So
that's crazy to me that I guess I'm not surprised of the dismissiveness of it. But it's crazy to me that there's other things medically you should have been doing alongside taking this medication.
Like blood tests.
You're just missing out on.
Yeah.
Scary.
It was very scary. So I went to get my potassium check. Luckily it was fine.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm getting off of this. Anyway, whatever. That was what decision I made. But that's just crazy.
Well, that's not informed consent.
No.
Because you didn't know what you were signing up for.
I didn't know. Yeah.
So we're so glad you're here, and you're so glad you had a great experience. I'm not surprised that you were treated with such respect from Heather, because she's a rock star.
She is.
It's an endless list of things to talk about with reproductive health care. But it comes up again and again and again in my life. Like the other day I was getting a facial, and the girl that was doing my facial, I was like, would you like to come in for a podcast? That's another episode, guys. When I bring in my estheticians, who thank God help me look camera ready because, you know, Helen be rolling in with a hot mess. But Brie, shout out to Brie. First of all, that's my favorite cheese. And then she has that name, Brie and Justine, keeps your girl looking cute. And Brie was I was like, this is what I do, and I'd love you guys to come on to a podcast. And she started sharing with me that she was like missing her period for a year, and she didn't know what was up, and her mom has this, and and it was just like, I'm getting my face done, and she's like doing things to my face. And we were just talking about our periods and talking about our things. And it was such a natural conversation because people want to talk about it.
Right.
And I'm so grateful that wherever you are in your cycle health or reproductive knowledge, that you can come into 3W and we can start from a basis of how much knowledge you have and where you want to build on it, or have no basis for it. And we can pour into that, right? Through a variety of appointments. Whether you're coming in for an STI appointment, whether you're coming in for a well women checkup, a GYN consultation, all of that gets weaved into how do we leave you more empowered with more information. And this is good stuff. So thank you so much to the both of you for taking a chance with 3W and joining our team. I just echo our board. And as one of the leaders in this organization, I'm so glad that people as bright and brilliant and dynamic as you guys have joined our team and continue to make it better. You've taken where we started and just continue to elevate our mission. And I'm just so grateful for the both of you and what you've done, because it just keeps getting better.
Well, thank you. I just feel honored to be a part of this team because it really is amazing. My mom actually had carpooled down with me this morning.
Aww.
Yeah, she was up in Everett and then was going to take the light rail, and she met like the few people in the clinic, and she was like, they are so warm and welcoming and nice. I was like, I know. But it really is that way. Like everyone that I work with, I feel so grateful to, because everyone is just here for the same purpose, which is to serve women in the way that we do. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Haley.
Thanks, Helen. This is really literally my dream job. And when this all lined up, I was like, because senior year, you're like, what am I going to do with my life? And then it was like, boom, nonprofit, women's health, you can be an MA. I was like, what? Anyway, so really, thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, thank you again for taking a shot with us. Please don't leave us unless it's something cooler, which I won't stand in the way, especially if it's children. I can't argue with that. But yeah, if you want to, see it for yourself and you're curious about what we do, folks that are listening, please come in and meet our team. I think each one of us would welcome the opportunity to talk more about what we do and where we see ourselves going. I think next year just is another year of growth for us, adding more services and really honing in on the talent that we have on our team right now is just it's just exploding. And I can't imagine when Melanie and I just started this as 24 and 22-year-olds, we had no idea this is where things are going to go. And thank goodness that we didn't know, because we're like, okay, let's just try this out. It's been just a phenomenal ride in where we've come. And every year it just keeps getting better. I'm at a point in my life or a point in my career where I'm not going to white knuckle this anymore, where it's like, it has been a phenomenal experience of I'm here till the long run. Don't get me wrong. This is not my I'm leaving, guys. I'm here for the long run. I'm here as long as I'm called to do this. But I'm also it belongs to you. It belongs to you guys as much as it belongs to me at this point. And I'm so grateful if I had to walk away tomorrow that it's in good hands. So thank you for reassuring that everything's going to just work out the way it's supposed to work out.
Thank you for having the vision.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Oh, thanks.
I look at my 24, 22-year-old self, I'd be like, I had no idea what I was doing again.
There was a lot of naiveness with that vision. But sure.
What a thing you've built. It's beautiful.
Well, thank you again. And I hope our listeners enjoy listening to just all the memorable things that we've done this year. Look out for next year because there's more to come. And thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Haley. And thank you, our team, for doing what they do on a daily basis. All right, guys. I will get off now before I start crying. Have a great day. Bye. For more information about 3W, please visit our website at 3wmedical.org. That's the number 3, the letter W, medical.org. From there, you can learn more information about the services we provide. book an appointment, or make a donation if you'd like to support our mission. You can also call our office at 206-588-0311. That's 206-588-0311. If you like this episode, please share it with others and consider subscribing on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. Thank you so much for listening, and until next time, stay healthy and be well.